The night was filled with lights, flashes, and whispers of admiration. Yet among the glittering silhouettes of celebrities and designers, one presence stood out quietly but powerfully: V from BTS. As he emerged from the venue of the Grand Vogue fashion show, time seemed to slow. His dark leather jacket reflected the soft gleam of the surrounding lights, and his eyes carried a calm depth that left everyone around him breathless. It wasn't a dramatic exit, it was an emotional one. And that's exactly what made it unforgettable. Fans who had been waiting for hours finally caught sight of him, their cheers erupting in waves of excitement mixed with emotion. But as soon as V appeared, something shifted. The noise turned into awe, the energy softened into admiration. He wasn't just walking out, he was gliding with a quiet grace, as though every step carried meaning. There was no arrogance, no performance, just V being himself, exuding the kind of elegance that can't be rehearsed. His face, framed by his dark hair, bore a gentle smile. It wasn't the confident grin of a superstar basking in fame. It was a tender expression that spoke volumes: gratitude, humility, and perhaps a touch of exhaustion. He had just attended one of the most prestigious fashion events in the world, yet his demeanor was calm, almost reflective. The crowd around him didn't just see a global icon that night. They saw the man behind the fame, real and raw. The flashes of cameras followed him relentlessly, yet he didn't flinch. He acknowledged them with soft nods, the kind of subtle gestures that said more than words ever could. His outfit, simple yet striking, a sleek leather jacket over a white tank top, embodied everything people love about him. Effortless charm and undeniable class. As he walked toward his car, the noise of the crowd grew, fans screaming his name, their voices trembling with emotion. Some were smiling, others were wiping away tears. One fan shouted, "We love you, Taehyung," and for a brief second, V turned, smiled, and waved. That single gesture was enough to send the crowd into a whirlwind of emotions. It was as if he poured warmth into every heart that called out to him. Social media erupted within minutes. Videos of his exit flooded timelines, captions filled with emotion. "He smiled so softly, it broke me," one fan wrote. Another posted, "Why does he look so calm, yet so emotional? It feels like he's saying goodbye without words." The scene became a symbol, not just of fashion or fame, but of connection. What made this moment so moving wasn't just his appearance. It was the energy he carried. Amidst the chaos of cameras, security, and fans, V radiated peace. He didn't rush, didn't push through. Every glance, every step, seemed intentional, a dance between presence and farewell. His eyes shone softly, and for those who looked closely, there was a sense of quiet reflection in them, almost like he was soaking in the moment before it slipped away. The air felt heavy with emotion. People who didn't even know why they were tearing up suddenly felt it, that indescribable mix of pride, nostalgia, and love. He had that effect on people. He could make a crowd cry without saying a single word. That night, his silence was the loudest sound. Inside the car, before the door closed, cameras caught one last glimpse of him. A peaceful smile, a calm demeanor, a faint nod as if to say, "Thank you." It was so small, yet so powerful. The clip spread across fan accounts instantly. Within hours, millions had watched it, many commenting that it felt like a goodbye. Not forever, but one of those heartfelt goodbyes that linger in your chest. Some fans even described it as cinematic, like a scene from a romantic film where the protagonist leaves under soft lights, leaving everyone behind emotionally stunned. The way he carried himself was poetic. There was grace in his stillness, beauty in his simplicity. Throughout his career, V has been known not only for his artistry, but also for his ability to evoke emotions through the smallest gestures. He's mysterious, yet transparent in his feelings. In that night, those two sides of him collided perfectly. A moment of vulnerability wrapped in quiet confidence. People often talk about fashion as a showcase of personality, and V proved it effortlessly. He didn't need extravagant outfits or exaggerated movements. His fashion was in his attitude, refined, timeless, emotional. The leather jacket wasn't just a statement piece. It was a reflection of his duality. Soft heart beneath a strong exterior. As fans continued to share their experiences online, a common theme appeared. He looked like he was saying something without speaking. And perhaps that's the magic of V. His ability to communicate with just a glance, a smile, or the way he moves through a crowd makes him more than just an artist. He's a living story. Even hours after he left, fans lingered outside, some replaying the moment on their phones, others simply staring at the space he had just walked through. The energy stayed, an invisible imprint of his presence. They didn't want to leave, as if staying there a little longer would somehow make the memory last forever. The emotional wave didn't stop that night. Across online communities, discussions flourished. What was he feeling? Why did he look so serene, yet so emotional? Theories flooded in. Some fans believed he was touched by the overwhelming support he received. Others felt he might have been reflecting on the journey that brought him there. Whatever the reason, one thing was clear. V's aura that night transcended fame. It was human, heartfelt, and beautifully real. Fashion critics and insiders couldn't help but comment on the moment either. While others focused on the glitz of the runway, V's exit became the unexpected highlight. It wasn't part of the show, yet it stole the spotlight. It reminded everyone that fashion isn't just about what you wear, it's about how you make people feel. And that night, V made the world feel something deep. The still photos that emerged later captured that same essence. The slight tilt of his head, the soft smile tugging at his lips, the relaxed posture, all of it created a picture of calm perfection. One journalist wrote, "V didn't need to speak to dominate the night. His silence was art." For his fans, this moment added to the growing list of reasons why they adore him. They admire his talent, his visuals, his charm, but what they love most is his heart. That sincerity shines brightest when he's just being himself, without filters or pretense. And that's exactly what they witnessed during that quiet, emotional exit. Even the lighting seemed to favor him. Warm tones reflecting softly off his jacket, highlighting his features in the most cinematic way. Every frame of the video felt like a painting. The crowd blurred behind him, the gentle smile and focus, his calm presence radiating through the noise. In fan-made edits and videos, slow music was added to the background, melancholic, reflective, amplifying the emotional tone. Comments poured in. He looked like he was walking out of a dream. There's something so peaceful yet heartbreaking about the way he left. No one does it like V. This wasn't the first time he'd moved fans with subtlety, but it might have been one of the most powerful. It reminded everyone that true stars don't need to shout for attention. Their light shines naturally, even in silence. For those who have followed his journey from the very beginning, seeing him like this was deeply emotional. From a young boy with big dreams to one of the most admired figures in the world, the path he's walked hasn't been easy. Yet through it all, he's remained grounded, gentle, and genuine. And that authenticity is what touches people's souls. As the night faded and the noise quieted down, the memory of that moment stayed alive. In hearts, in timelines, in endless replays across screens. People couldn't stop watching, not because of the glamour, but because of the feeling. It was the kind of scene that stays with you, lingering long after the lights go out. What made it even more special was that V didn't try to make it special. He was simply being himself. Humble, polite, quietly radiant. And that's the rare kind of magic that can't be manufactured. Every once in a while, an artist creates a moment that transcends performance, a moment that becomes a shared emotion across the world. That night, V created one. He didn't sing, he didn't speak, he didn't pose. Yet he told a story more beautiful than any script could write. As fans drifted home, some with tears, others smiling softly. One thing was certain. They had witnessed something pure. Not just a celebrity appearance, but a genuine, emotional connection, the kind that reminds people why they fell in love with him in the first place.